Terry Lane Pierce. This one's called February. Ooh, I love this track. Yeah.
Just left the funeral home and it's only February.
Ooh.
Death been getting close and this shit is kinda scary. Cause grief's a heavy burden and it's hard as fuck to carry. I heal and turn around, another person getting buried. There's people I ain't thought about, or people I ain't spoke to. I'm trying to find a place where all the lost time goes to. Keep thinking about the times I could've called or maybe wrote you. I'm trying to cherish moments with the people that I'm close to. Reality checks hit us most in the bad times. When it's up, we only wish we had more time. But when we had the chance, we chose to act like we ain't have time. Real talk.
Yeah.
We living in some sad times. Can't lie, I'm stuck in between. We only feel connected when we speaking through a screen. And I be using mine, finding ways to get seen. But honestly, I'm scared of what this shit might bring. Intoxicated coping led me to some bad nights. Actions that I made shed me in a bad light. You can make assumptions, but you only half right. You see the accident, you never see the crash site. That's why I stopped answering calls, numbers getting blocked.
Did y'all hear that? You can see the accident, but not the crash site. I think that is so poignant. That double entendre there, right? Obviously, we know that in real life, you see the accident. You don't know what happened, though. You don't actually understand the crash and what it took. But I think that's also such a powerful picture for what happens in life. We see these things and we either respond in shock or in disdain or in judgment or whatever the case. Or we put in but we don't really know what happened. We don't really understand what led to the crash, and nor will we necessarily be there for the people that are stuck with the aftermath. And you can hear the grief. I love the melodic flow. I love the melodic flow of his cadences here. I love the bars that are not only storytelling in a way, but also dropping truth, relatable. That feeling of grief, of I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to be in pain. And I gotta remove myself.
No more chances than bitches out of stock. When I do what I said I would, don't be acting shocked. Being humble, so I won't rub it in. You ain't gotta like it, but you gotta soak it in. Eyes real baggy from the work I'm putting in. 6 figures for the fam, you gotta budget in. That's mandatory, no questions asked. Outgrew the people trying to chain me to my past. Outran the feelings I was trying to outlast. Tell them what I see and get a yeah, I doubt that. Hate seeing teardrops. Keep praying for the day I see the stress stop. Play this verse in Red Rocks.
Hey,
I'ma keep climbing till I find the mountaintop.
Yes. I'm loving this track, man. It just makes me want to sing along. But yeah, poignant. A lot of storytelling here. I love the melodic cadence flow. But I think you can hear the pain of the grief. But I also feel like, and this is maybe me to a degree projecting, but I feel like you can tell that the hurt, the pain of losing someone, right? It's February and you're already having to leave a funeral home. It's not only seems very personal, right? Losing someone and the storytelling that goes into something that's relatable to a lot of us, where we feel like if I would have only called or been available to that person and now they're gone. But at the same time, it's sombering to think it's only February. It's a new year, and we often think, well, a new year means I have all this life ahead of me, but you don't know what's around the corner. Things will be happening in January, in February. It's not going to hit us at the end of the year. Death and life and success and failure are always around us. But the question is, what are you going to do now? Not to assume Decembers are coming, but what do you have? What will you do now? And who are the voices you're going to listen to? And sometimes that also takes saying, you know what, I'm not going to answer the call. I'm not going to keep listening to the people that tell me, yeah, I doubt that, right? Sometimes we have to remove ourselves, especially from the people that, from an addiction and the mental health standpoint, sometimes we have to remove ourselves from the people that are part of that unhealthy system that keep us stuck, not necessarily because they want us to suffer, but because they're unhealthy and don't know any better, or they unable, or there's all these dynamics. But also sometimes it's necessary to remove ourselves from those systems because people want us to be stuck in our past because they are often stuck in their past. And because if we change and grow, it forces them to either grow with us or to have to remove themselves. And it's sometimes easier just to stay in unhealthy patterns instead of saying, no, this is where I see myself going. I want to spit these bars at Red Rocks, and I want to make the money to provide for my family. And I have hopes and dreams and who I want to be as a man, as a woman, as a person. So what am I going to do about it? And somehow this song makes me think that that's a reflection on it. This is a local artist, you guys. Go check him out, Terry Lane Pierce. Check him out on YouTube, on Facebook. I'll see you on the next ride.